How did Brazil, a country known for its vibrant culture and breathtaking landscapes, come to be what it is today? From indigenous tribes to Portuguese colonizers, from sugar barons to modern marvels, history has shaped Brazil in fascinating ways. Join us on a whirlwind tour through the captivating history of Brazil. Before the Europeans arrived, Brazil was a bustling hub for indigenous peoples. These original Brazilians were masters of the land, living in harmony with the lush rainforests and mighty rivers. From the mighty Amazon to the stunning Pantanal, they called this paradise home. These peoples weren't just basking in the sun and taking long swims in the river either. They had a rich and diverse culture. Imagine communities thriving on agriculture, fishing, and hunting. They were skilled weavers, pottery makers, and even astronomers. Their societies were organized with leaders, warriors, shamans, and artisans. Their spiritual beliefs were deeply entwined with nature, with rituals and festivals honoring the sun, moon, and earth. They lived, laughed, and loved, building a vibrant culture long before the first European ships appeared on the horizon. But everything was about to change with the arrival of a certain Portuguese navigator. In 1500, Pedro Álvares Cabral discovered Brazil. Now, you might be thinking, wait a minute, weren't there people already there? And you'd be correct. The land was already home to a thriving indigenous population. But for the Europeans, it was a new world ripe for exploration and, let's be honest, exploitation. As the Portuguese set foot on Brazilian soil, they were greeted with an unexpected treasure: Brazilwood trees. These trees were a gold mine, not for gold, but for a vibrant red dye that was all the rage back in the European fashion scene. Suddenly, Brazil was the hottest ticket in town, and everyone wanted a piece of it. And while the Portuguese were thrilled to find these trees, their interest didn't stop at the forest's edge. No, they had their eyes on a much bigger prize. But the Portuguese were not just interested in trees. Opening. The Portuguese turned Brazil into a sugar-producing powerhouse. The sweet allure of sugar drove the Portuguese to seize the fertile lands of Brazil, transforming it into a colossal sugar factory. Picture this: vast green fields stretching as far as the eye can see, filled with towering sugarcane stalks swaying gently in the tropical breeze. But behind this idyllic facade lay a heartbreaking reality. The labor-intensive cultivation of sugarcane required a massive workforce. The Portuguese turned to the African continent, initiating a tragic era of forced labor and human trafficking. Thousands of African men, women, and children were torn from their homes, enduring the perilous journey across the Atlantic to toil under the harsh sun in Brazil's sugar plantations. This was a time of immense wealth for the Portuguese, but at a horrifying human cost. Yet the seeds of rebellion were being sown. The people of Brazil, however, had had enough. In 1822, Brazil declared independence under the leadership of Dom Pedro I. After 3 centuries under Portuguese rule, Brazil was ready to step out of the shadows and onto the world stage. The wheels of change were set in motion when the Portuguese royal family fled to Brazil during the Napoleonic Wars. This unexpected move elevated Brazil's status from colony to kingdom. When the royal family returned to Portugal, Dom Pedro decided to stay behind. This decision was the spark that ignited Brazil's fight for independence. The cry of independence, Independencia ou Morte, that is, independence or death, echoed through the land. But independence did not mean the end of turmoil. The 20th century was a roller coaster of change for Brazil. Emerging from the 19th century with a new republic, Brazil was hopeful for a future of prosperity and growth. However, the ride was just beginning. The republic was soon overshadowed by a military dictatorship that held Brazil in its iron grip for 2 decades. Life under the regime was far from easy, with censorship and political repression becoming the norm. Yet, the Brazilian spirit proved indomitable. The nation yearned for freedom, and in the late 20th century, it reclaimed its democracy. This transition was not without its turbulence, but the resilience of the Brazilian people shone through. Today, the ride continues as modern Brazil grapples with its own set of challenges. From economic uncertainty to social inequality, Brazil's roller coaster ride isn't over yet. Despite these trials, the nation stands strong, a testament to the enduring spirit of its people. Today, Brazil is a land of contrasts. A country that dances to the rhythm of samba and reverberates with the roar of soccer fans, it is a melting pot of cultures, a testament to its diverse population. From the pulsating life in its cities to the lush tranquility of the Amazon rainforest, Brazil's natural beauty is simply breathtaking. But it's not all samba and sunshine. The nation grapples with pressing issues, like deforestation threatening its green heart, and social inequality casting long shadows on its vibrant landscape. Yet the resilient and resourceful Brazilians confront these challenges head-on, shaping their own future. From ancient tribes to a modern nation, Brazil's story is as captivating as its carnival. And that, dear viewers, is a 5-minute samba through the sensational history of Brazil. From ancient tribes to a modern nation, we've danced through centuries of change. Thanks for joining us on this historical hopscotch. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more whimsical walks through history.